changed the game for the mayor, but it was the Muslim guy. I looked at the wrong one that I lost.
Yo!
Open your ears and listen.
Yeah.
Ready for your ambitions. New narrative.
It's the community coalition.
Come on.
Dude,
that's me. Huh.
Too
long.
No more slipping.
Unity
in the community.
That's how we rise up.
Empowerment.
Knowledge is wealth.
Let's rise up.
No more fighting as
Individual.
We municipal.
Change the forecast. This the podcast to listen to.
You got a vision.
We got a vision.
Let's make it visible.
Say we got
Fight for our rights.
Well, then
enlist me. All bite, no bark. Real talk.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, I ain't say nothing.
I
just
missed that.
That's right.
I missed. I had to look at Corey so I get it
That's
right.
I let Corey do it. It twists me up sometimes.
Ready.
Straight up.
All
Practicing, boy.
Yeah.
No bite.
We back. We back. My name is Jamel Live. This is 119 Media Group, and today we're shooting Real Talk 360, man. I ain't said it in so long, man. I got chills.
Man.
Ooh, I don't know if my sugar went up or blood pressure went up.
Real talk.
Man, it just paused me for a minute. I need y'all to do me a favor, man. I need you to share this.
Share it.
If you're from Darlington, share this.
Share it. Darlington,
if you're from Florence, share this.
Share it.
If you're from Timminsville, share
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
If you're from Hartsville, share this.
Yeah.
If you're from Marion, share this. If you want to see change,
Share this.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what's up.
Yeah, we back.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, me. I
like we
think
left
I
some.
forgot how to podcast, man. I think, we supposed to share. We supposed to go to our page. Go to 119 page. If you're on Jamel Live page right now, just go ahead and share it to your friends.
Like, follow,
Because
subscribe.
tonight we got a good one.
Oh, yeah.
And to my left, man, contracts are back in. We back. The NBA started last night, but we start tonight.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Season 5. What was it? Season 5?
Man, I don't even keep count no more. We just did a lot of them.
Yo.
Yeah.
Keep going.
On my left.
Hey, it's me, man. I'm on load management. this year. I'm back in the building, man. Hey, real talk, though. I'm happy to be back amongst brethren, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but we're back, man, and I'm excited to be in the house. Real Talk 360. My homies in the building. We ready to go.
And sitting in front of me to the left also, coming out of Marion, South Carolina.
Marion.
You know what I'm saying? Probably the fastest man came out of Marion, South Carolina. I'm going to tell you who he is.
You don't need no beat. You better hype your bestie up. You don't need no beat. You better hype your bestie up.
What up? Corey Grant in the building. What's happening?
Yeah.
What's good, man?
Connie's on, y'all.
I love it.
Man, we missed it, man. We missed y'all. I hope y'all missed us.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
It's real talk, man. Like
Real
you said,
talk.
amongst brethren.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better. Nothing better.
Yeah, a little
Nothing
therapy.
better.
Need a little therapy.
Nothing better.
And to my right. And to my right.
Huh?
He said he going to fight for your rights.
Okay.
All right.
Coming out of Virginia. He's in Darlington right now. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What's up, everybody? This is Damian Prince, the ex-mayor of Darlington, South Carolina.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ready to talk to you guys tonight.
There we go.
The next
Say it again.
man.
Say it again. Say it
That's
again.
right, the next mayor
The next.
Okay.
in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
All right.
get
Tell
out
him when the election is.
Election is November 7th, but they started early registration. You can go out and, early voting. So you can go ahead and go out and vote. Cashua Street right there, the voters registration office in Darlington, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Start early voting
Joe,
already. So you won't have to wait in line.
Yeah, we start this off, man. You know, I ain't seen y'all in a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
So last time, I don't even know last time we seen Dory. So Dory, what's going on over there at the compound?
It's hard, man. The last time I saw you, let me see what was going on. I don't know, but hey, the compound is good, man. Kids in school.
Yep.
Kids back in school. My daughter's a senior at West Florence.
Come on.
Got a daughter working on her master's. She'll be finished in December. Shout out to Deja. Love you, baby.
All right.
And then I got 2 boys at South Carolina State. They'll be graduating next year. So we just
go.
making it do what it do, man. And I'm still trusting God and still believing and still grinding. That's all we're doing.
That's what's up.
Loving it.
Working,
And Corey,
grinding.
what's going on over there at the Grand Escapes?
Oh man, like you said, man, we're busy with life be laughing,
Life be life.
and we're enjoying it, making the most of it, loving and hugging those that we love, man.
That's right.
Every day, it seems like I'm hearing, not to bring a sad note on it, but people, we losing folks and we losing good ones.
Oh, yeah.
So love them and hug them, and I'm doing a lot of that, loving on, enjoying the minutes, and the time that I get with the people who I am around, and making that call instead of saying I'm doing it tomorrow. Hollering at that
Do it
relative
today.
and talk to him in it, but welcoming new things to the family. So I mean, it's been so long. Got a couple of relatives, got some new additions to the Grant family. Some cousins, but nonetheless, that. I mean, shoot, there's so much that's happened, but work be working. We grinding. Like you said,
Yeah, ain't
keeping the
nothing wrong with
faith,
that.
staying prayed up, and finish the volleyball season. I got a 13-year-old. She probably ain't even, she ain't talking to me for the rest of the day. but that's all right. She ain't talking on that phone either. She ain't got that
Oh,
on.
man,
So,
you got the phone.
Yeah, so it's life. Like I said, we
Life
got
be life.
the teenager. We had a birthday party. She turned 7. Had the jumping castle going, man, and getting ready. We're gonna celebrate with some trick or treat festivities. Halloween, a costume party or two here, there. Man, and just getting ready for some of that, and just man, enjoying life. Just every day is a blessing.
Man, I called him, I guess, the day after the birthday party, man. Man, he sounded so excited. He just explained to me about the birthday party. I was like, man, shoot, y'all should have invited me.
Yeah, she had it, man. We like I said, we try to give them what they want, man.
That's cool, man. I appreciate
have a
that.
good time with that. So shout out.
And Damon, man, what's been going on with you?
Man, I'm about to follow up on my man's over here. Life has been life. But, we trying to do it, give it the best we can, give it all we got, just to make some things happen, make some positive things happen. Kids are no birth kids, but working in that school district, everybody's your child.
Oh,
so we're just
yeah.
trying to look out, trying to be a positive role model, trying to be somebody that they can look up to. And doing it the right way, not trying to do it the wrong way, but we're trying to do it the right way.
That's
trying
cool.
To be somebody inspiration.
That's what's up.
Hey, yo, I get a maybe a month ago, I get a call from a lady that I respect a lot. And she said, Jamel.
Like your old lady voice.
That's a young brother running for mayor. And y'all need to help him.
She was the older woman.
Yeah, older woman,
That's
man.
what's up.
I'm just talking about strong older woman
Hey,
too,
but
man.
yeah.
Y'all need to help the brother. They hit you.
Yeah.
Help the brother.
Word.
Yeah.
That's
So I
what's up,
said,
man.
yeah, Miss JD, I got you. Don't worry. So I don't know if I called him or not, but
She gave you the number.
I don't even know if she gave me the number or not.
Probably did. She
But I had already heard of his name, right? I had heard of his name, but the thing was like, who's Damian Prince?
Right.
You know what I mean? So got in touch with him. He came by the restaurant. I'm in the cafe, so we sat out in the cafe,
Greenleaf.
the
Shout out to
Greenleaf Cafe.
Yeah.
And we was having good conversation, right? So I never go by what people tell me what they think of people.
Right.
So I go by of what I think of people. So we talking. I say, man, this boy sounds like this guy sounds like Martin.
Oh, really?
This guy sounds like Martin, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, he might be all right. We kept talking, and he impressed me, right? But what really impressed me was this conversation, and he told me he was 29 years old.
29.
29.
That boy had to be 40. That's what I'm thinking. But the way he talked, man, but you could kind of,
Young man.
young man, you could kind of tell he had an old soul, but an
Young
old
man.
wise soul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying old soul because old soul is fools
Yeah.
too. They
Yeah.
could be fools, but an old wise soul.
Yeah.
So and he told me his life and all the stuff. And I don't know if I'm gonna let you tell it or you tell it. But tell the people. I don't know. They say you was from Virginia.
Yep, from Virginia. So I grew up. When people put that stigma on you that you're wise and got that old soul, that's kind of hard to live up to sometimes.
Oh, man. Thank you for being honest enough to say that. I know it is.
So it's always like not a burden, but people watching you, people expecting good things from you. So it's an honor, but at the same time it's almost like a sacrifice. But so our birth family's from Hartsville, and I was raised by my great grandmother till she passed. And then once she passed, my birth mother came, and I came and got us and whatnot. And we had a pretty rough childhood with my mother. Sometimes people give you all they got, but it may not be enough for you. I was reading an article one time, and I don't know if it was T.D. Jakes or somebody said that, pint people will try to love you as much as they can, but when you're a gallon person, that pint does not touch your gallon. And so that's what I believe my mother was. I think she gave me everything that she had. I really do. And because I was coming from a great grandma, big mama, the one everybody went to, to a young lady who had me at 14, and she didn't know a lot. And she went off to college, got her degree. And so I think she gave me the best she could, but I knew at a young age, and not even trying to sound cocky or anything like that, I knew that I had great things in store for me, even at a young age. Wow. And so one day we were being evicted out of our home in Virginia, a town story house. I think it was off Blue Ridge Court, I'll never forget. And my mom was taking items back and forth to the storage unit because we were getting ready to go to a homeless shelter. I wrote my mom a letter saying I wanted her to give me to this family that I was kind of mentoring and volunteering, tutoring at a private Christian school at that time. And I was in high school, freshman in high school. And this family just came, and they were just family. I didn't know them from a can of paint. They didn't know me, but I just started calling them mom and dad just from, tutoring their daughter. And I asked them would they consider taking me in. Went behind my mama back, and my mom from Virginia said, yeah, let me talk to my husband about it, but I think it's okay. And she might be watching tonight. But I wrote my mom that letter and just told her, just give me to this family. I'll still love you. You'll always be my mom. And when she got back, she cussed me slam out. She wasn't going, she wasn't going for it. If I suffer, everybody gonna suffer kind of thing.
How old were you then?
I had to be like 14 at the time. And I went upstairs just crying and whatnot. And she's like, you know what? If you want to go that bad, tell them to come get you. And she left me in that apartment by myself, that townhouse by myself. And the family came and got me, and I've been with them ever since. And I mean, they showed me how to live a life, and I never went to a regular restaurant and ordered off a menu till I was like 15, 16 with them. And so we grew up in Virginia and moved down here about 7 years ago. I went to college at Morris College, got a degree in English from there. And so we're teaching now, working on some other things. And so life has been rough, but I think Abe Lincoln, there's a book about Abe Lincoln, and it's a biography or autobiography called The Rough Side of the Mountain, or The Backside of the Mountain, and just telling how people can have a hard life and still achieve greatness. And so hopefully, we can say, we came up that side of the mountain, and it's not to be popular, it's not to be liked, it's just to say, if I can do it, you can.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Not trying to be all deep and whatnot.
No, man, you like it.
Great. I felt that in my soul. But I felt it in my soul.
That explains it though. You say great grandma,
Great grandma.
not grandma, not even grandma. Great grandma.
You know the crazy. You know what's a unique thing is this fella sitting to the left of me.
I was listening.
And your stories are not alike, but they're similar.
Yep.
And especially when it comes to grandmothers.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell your story.
So what I was gonna say, man, is that heaviness, that burden that you said is sometimes could be placed on you, is the thing that has to come out of you because the time spent and the pouring that great grandma did in you.
Right.
So what's in you got to come out. Whether it comes out in the mayor chair or the governor's chair, whatever it is, it has to come out. That's what that heaviness is. And bro, I'm telling you, man, I'm fire on the inside listening to your conversation, man, because challenges, disappointments, heartbreak, all of that. I lived it, and it doesn't stop you. It gives you a greater purpose to be who you are. And I don't know. I'm in Timminsville. Can you vote for Darlington Mayor? I don't think I can vote.
Just get my mama address.
Yeah. You got my vote, dog. You got my vote, and we just 5 minutes into the interview. You got my vote.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I love it,
man.
So, why should you be the mayor of Darlington?
I ask myself that question almost every morning. Why should I be the mayor of Darlington? Why should I be the mayor of Darlington? And
why do you want to?
Why do I want? I ask myself that question every morning too.
Answer one. Why do you want that job of redemption? I'm gonna say.
Right.
Why do you want that job of putting the whole city on your back? Mm-hmm. Why do you want that job of changing things for people? I know why you want that job, and I didn't heard it a lot of times ago. But you don't. I know you're a humble person, but say what you want to say because what you said was, I liked it. You know what I mean? So say it.
And before you even say that, why do you want it at 29?
That part.
Dad, at 29.
Yeah, you should be turning up.
What I will say to that though,
Yeah.
is mature and like y'all was saying about his soul and stuff like that. Not why, but why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
either
we know
one.
why
Either
not.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
That's what now,
Because he.
with everything now being so at your fingertips.
Yeah.
From intelligence
Yeah.
to your communications
Yeah.
and everything being right there on that smartphone and everything being rushed and microwaved and everything like that. Why have to wait until you're 40 nowadays?
I agree.
I applaud that.
Yeah.
And I hope that does inspire more folks who just say, once you get your credentials and you see where you want to go, let's make it happen. Now,
But I agree with that. But even
I want you to answer the question.
even in all of that, though, even in all that, I know you got to answer, but even in all that, he could spend half of his campaign, what's the word, rebutting people saying, "Oh, he's 29, he's too young. What do you know about this? What do you know about that? This is politics. This is big level politics." And he's 29 years old. And I know you're confident. You exude confidence. But at 29 years old, like, you got 50 and 60-year-old people they ain't even trying to listen right now. They just, But go ahead and get into it, Doc.
Yeah.
So I think our first answer was going to be, why not? Why not me? Why not now? Why not try to be a part of change? So again, I was raised by my great grandmother, Mother Moses, and she taught us this thing of be a part of change. Don't sit idly by. And so after going to a couple of meetings, city council meetings, and just seeing what was going on, and just listening, and after a while, stuff didn't make sense to me. And so, as my students would say, Mr. Prince, this math, not math.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, exactly.
in the city council, I was like, something ain't going right.
Right.
And so I just prayed about it. I don't know why mayor came to my mind. I didn't know the election was coming up. I just knew I wanted to be a part of change. So I prayed about it. I talked to my pastor about it. That was one of my first go-tos. And I was sitting in her office crying. I mean, hard down crying. And she was like, "Boy, what are you crying for? You trying to do something positive.
Right.
What's the purpose of crying?" And so I saw the change that needed to happen. And so I knew I could be a part of change. I know I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all, but I know enough that makes me want to get involved and to try to help the city of Darlington. And so to me, this race is not, many people may think, but it's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's a city thing. And we need somebody that will represent our city without, I'm looking for the right word because I don't want it to come back on me. But we need somebody to represent without any type of stigma. You know, it's more than your friends in your community. It's more than the country club. It's more than those that have the finances. It's much more. So that's our purpose for running, to bring about change, significant change, right change. So that's our desire right now. That's why we're running.
Caller, turn your TV down in the back.
All right. We'll turn it down because I got a serious question I need to ask him.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
Geraldine Washington.
You got to turn it down because we hear you back. We
What's
can't
in
hear
the background? Is that a radio or
That's
TV?
probably the phone or.
That's y'all live. I'm on y'all live and I'm talking off my house phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
we
okay.
appreciate you on the live. Can you
Yeah.
turn the live down just a little bit
Yeah, that's what's up.
so we can hear you?
Hold on for a minute.
Yeah, it's a real live.
All right.
You ready? Miss Bell, Miss Green, right? That's your name. Say your name again.
Geraldine Washington live.
All right.
Geraldine Washington.
Lied.
Live.
So go ahead with your question for the next mayor.
Okay. I want to ask him what he gonna do different than the mayor's already doing in Darlington.
Well, Ms. Geraldine, that's a great question. And so our answer to that is we will be a more effective by hearing the community standpoint. And so 7 people is made up of the council seat, right? And 7 persons cannot make a decision for 6,000 people and expect it to be right. And so in order for us to be in this position, because it's much more than a title, in order for us to be in this position, to be effective in this position, we got to hear the thoughts of the people. 7 persons are good, and 7 persons come from all over the city, but we need to hear the thoughts and the voice of the people. And maybe when we hear your voice, we can make decisions that are beneficial to us instead of that are affecting us in a negative standpoint. So my thought, or my response rather, to your question is, more open forums, more town halls where the people can share their heart, and not that we just listen and we say we're going to call you back, or we say we're going to do something, but we listen and we go forward, we move forward with what you're saying. Try to, I hope you can hear my heart when I say this. We don't have all the answers, but we know enough to make impactful change. And I think that's one way that we're going to make change. I'll leave it there.
I got one more for you.
Sure.
I don't live in the city. I live in the county. So how can we get the vote if we live for mayor? We can't get the vote because we live in the county.
That's
Only
right.
city people can do that.
Great question.
Awesome question. So the city is a municipality, and that's what runs the city, those 7 persons in the seat. The county has county administrators, a county council. And so, unfortunately, although I would hope I have your vote, you won't be able to vote for me. However, you can support us in other manners. If it's just getting a T-shirt and wearing that T-shirt around the city, so people will know, okay, maybe she knows him. Maybe Miss Lai knows him and she can talk. Because what we've been hearing with our response has been is that, people know the name, but they want to see the face. And I'm just one person, and we're trying to do everything we can to meet everyone. However, working, I don't have the luxury of being retired or working for myself quite yet. But that will be a great help. And just telling everybody, there's a young man that's running. He's trying to do some good things for the city. He seems like he has a decent head on his shoulder. And even if it just comes to working polls and driving people to go vote, just those things will help us out immensely. Awesome questions, by the way, Ms. Lai.
So basically, if you get in there, can you change that law?
Well, I won't be able to do that, and I don't make promises I can't keep because I ain't no liar. But I definitely won't be able to change that, no matter how much we try to rezone.
Yeah,
how much we try to rezone, we won't be able to change that. However, what I can encourage you to do is move to our great city in the city limits of Darlington. That's what I encourage you to do. But no, I won't be able to change anything.
Oh, okay. Well, that was my question for you tonight. I just want to know what will you do different than the mayors we had in the past and the mayor we got now. So, okay.
Yeah, one thing that I like. You still on there, Ms. Lai?
My name is Washington. I was saying your name live. This is Shanika.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's a strong one right here, boy.
Okay.
I knew it was you. I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
Shanika mama.
Yeah, but the one thing that he did say is that listening to more people, because me knowing you, we be some places that don't nobody listen, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don't nobody listen. And people are tired of people not listening. So I think that's why they don't vote. Man, why am I going to vote? They ain't going to listen.
Is that happening in some of those city council meetings?
Right.
And to go to the city council, like, this is you remember I was going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But,
But
there's nothing but.
basically, if I go to the council meeting, that still don't change that I can't vote. I mean, I can voice my opinion, but I want to vote.
Yeah. But you know what that you got that I think that's better than a vote?
That voice.
a strong opinion. And when she talk, they listen too.
Yep.
So they say that at the city council meetings, right? There's only selected few. Actually, they said there's a majority of women going, and this is just what I've heard. So when the women going, it's like they are just pushed to the side, not heard. But when a lot of men participate, that things are heard.
Oh,
So the more people, if the people in the county that if they can't vote, come to the city council, and you'll see the strong unity that comes along too.
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's important to show up.
But tomorrow he's gonna be on the square tomorrow night at say it again.
It'll be scare on the square.
Scare on the square. So the
4:30 to 6.
Yeah. And I think the more people that he have out there tomorrow night, shoot, but we got a game to go to tomorrow night, ain't it?
Okay, I can't make it. My
But
playing football tomorrow.
yeah, they got a game too. But the more people that you can encourage to go to the county square just to show an impact, probably it would mean a lot.
Right.
Yep.
Word.
And one other thing I would say is that, persons need to get more, especially in the black community, more involved in the local government, what's going on.
Amen.
Darlington is 67% African American.
Damn.
And so we have
See,
5 white people.
67%?
5 white people making this out of 7 now. 5 white people out of 7 seats making decisions for a community that is so big. That math definitely not
That's
mathing.
unacceptable.
And then we have the NAACP Darlington County, Darlington City, however you want to say it. I serve as the second vice president there. And then we could have 8 people that come to our once a month meetings, which don't make sense to me. Only once a month.
67.
When we get together, we can make impactful change. I'll say it to the day I die. When we come together and stop letting small things set us back, we can do some things.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And that's probably, Darlington is probably a microcosm of several
Places.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
especially in South Carolina, small towns.
So I heard you say last night
67%.
67%, and the board being 5 out of 7 being. So that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
You should be a mirror. It should be a mirror of your community.
Yeah.
That tells me that we're not voting.
Especially when you can have the impact to make that change.
Yeah. If you
It's
come
one
out.
thing if that's the way it is. Like if you was in the
Yeah.
NFL, ain't nothing you gonna do about that. The NFL is what it is. But seeing this right here, the citizens of the city can actually vote and change who's in those seats.
But I agree. But that's why I understand a question like Ms. Washington just asked. Like, what are you going to do differently? Because apparently somebody ain't been listening. And your platform is, well, not your platform, but what you stand on is saying that what I can do different is I can listen and know that there's 6,000 people that want to be heard or haven't been heard in the past. Right. That's a great start. Because, I mean, listening and listening with intent to change, that's 2 different things.
Yes.
Right.
Like, you're following up. You're committed to saying, hey, I hear you, and my team and I, we're going to follow up.
Yeah.
And that means that goes a long way when somebody has a concern about their light bill.
You're not-
and you can't do anything about the light bill, but you can follow up. Hey, I talked to such and such, and here's what they told me. And that goes a long way to that person. Right. And you know what? I told Mr. Pierce about my light bill, and he came back. That goes a long way, man.
Yeah, you're not tolerating.
Yeah. You're listening with intent to do something about it.
Intentionally listening.
Yep.
Yo, I knew it was different, right? Okay, we sitting outside, and there's a lot of traffic where we were at, right? So, 3 little kids walked by, right? And he turned around. Well, he turned this way. Then he looked back, and he said, "What's an adult with those kids?"
He said what?
What's an adults with those kids?
Oh,
They was by themselves.
Yeah, they was walking by themselves.
how old were they? How old they look?
Probably went from 10 to 8.
Elementary.
Yeah, elementary. I was like, it be like that. It be like that sometime around here. You might not see a parent with a kid all the time. So,
Right.
So you know what? It's like that. You probably gonna see some more about it. But one thing that I know that that you're strong on, and we have some comments too. Matter of fact, before we get to that, we have some comments.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Alexander, he's from Virginia too. Now he lives in Charlotte. He said, I think it's a great thing for a young man to run for mayor. I feel the people in Congress need to be replaced with younger people so the outlook is fresh and not expecting just words to cause change.
Right.
I'm not even a native of Darlington, but he got my vote. My vote. Fresh eyes for fresh results.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fresh eyes.
You see how they got my man up there keep glitching and
Getting stuck.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In front of everybody, man. Them old folks up there, man.
Yeah.
And I love and respect my mama.
Right.
Yeah.
But my mama retired.
Right.
And she in her 60s. She really don't care as much about stuff
Oh, yeah.
that ain't got nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
And I know that's how them folk. When you get older,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
This real talk 360. And you know when you
I
get
get
older,
it.
you just ain't gonna be you're gonna be looking out for who you gonna be looking out for. them
That's
old
how it
folks
works.
out here. This man right here trying to make change.
Yep.
Yeah. And Shell James,
just keep
I know you've met her before. She said, I will volunteer to drive those people to the polls because she have a car service.
Awesome.
Yeah. And James Dixon, my guy, he used to be the
Sheriff.
he
know
was
that
always
name.
going to be my sheriff.
Yeah.
Right.
He was the sheriff of Chesterfield.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my friend. He said you have to start looking at your district lines within the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But one thing that I know that's heavy on your agenda is the increase of 40% of that the water bill went up starting in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you kind of elaborate on that.
Sure.
My word.
So
Yeah.
during this global national pandemic, this administration took out a bond and increased the water bill by 40%. So
What?
a couple of months ago, my water bill was $186. I live alone. I don't take a lot of showers. I take a shower every day. I had to correct that.
Boy, you almost smell good. You always smell good.
I don't take long showers, and I don't wash clothes every day. So there's no reasoning why a water bill should have gone up
200.
almost to $200.
You ain't got no water system outside.
And so the infrastructure is failing,
Yeah, they doing something.
and then federal money was shut down during the global pandemic. And when this money is questioned, they never have an answer for it. Never have an answer for it.
And I know that's 2 commas at least.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but when we look at the country club side of town, their roads have been paved, infrastructure has been fixed. And so when this math not mathing again.
It ain't math.
It's not making sense. And so not only did it go up one time during the pandemic, it went up twice during the pandemic.
40%.
And so what the current mayor said is that in order for the water department not to have been sold and in order for to bring in revenue in the city, that they had to do this. Okay. And then somebody made the suggestion, I can't remember what council person it was, that maybe person should have taken money aside and put back. But when we look at senior citizens that's on a fixed income that has retired, if there's a great grandma working that maybe has not worked, jobs like we are working rather, she can't afford that when her income is nothing but $100, $800, and she only getting $34 in food stamps.
Yeah.
How can she afford to pay
$200
$90 in a water bill, $100 in a water bill? So perhaps it made sense to them to increase the water bill to bring in revenue, but how is it affecting the citizens? So that's when we need to go back again to the comment that I made earlier, that we must include our citizens in decisions like this.
Yep.
We must include them because somebody somewhere would have said this ain't making, and it wouldn't only have been Sheila Backus. Sheila Backus sits on city council right now. She's standing up for the city. She's one of the only people that voted no on going up on the water bill. Over the last weekend, 27 people called me to help with their water bill. I'm a school teacher. I did what I could. I helped who I could. But I can't help everybody, and it's not fair that these persons who work hard, that have children, have to suffer. It's unfair for kids who didn't ask for the water bill to go up to have their water turned off. And then if it's not paid by the 15th, it's another percentile that goes on that bill. So increase that bill even the more. If your water is disconnected, you got to pay another $50
To get it turned back on.
it turned back on. This is not helping the city. This is not making the city. It may make the books prosper, but it's not helping the citizens prosper. So we need somebody that's in town or in position that can say, you know what, it ain't just about the city accounts. It's just not about my bank account, but it's about helping the overall citizens of Darlington.
About the people.
So that's what we need to do. We need to get this bond broken down. How can that happen? Through applying for grants. Miss Janie, her name was mentioned earlier. She's one of the greatest grant writers I know. So I'm sure she can help us in this endeavor on breaking this water bill down because it's not fair. That's one of the top concerns for the city right now and some of the citizens.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Man,
That's messed
Wow.
up.
yeah.
That's messed up.
Do you see yourself in the chair?
You know, I try to remain humble. I try to remain humble, but I think we have a great chance of winning. I think we have an amazing chance at winning. You know, in previous elections, when Gloria Hines sat at the seat, in the seat, Curtis Boyd ran against her, and there was another young lady that came, a black lady who ran against Gloria and Curtis. And it, you know, some people say she was paid, and that's why I'm not mentioning names. Some people say she wasn't paid. You know, a lot of people saying they put a couple of dollars in her pocket to help split those black votes.
Yeah.
And that's how the man won. And so I look now, there's two white men running against a brother. And so those white people gonna split those votes.
Should be the same thing, right?
You know, and so I'm just praying, you know,
Right.
what goes around come around.
Right,
you know what I
correct.
mean? So
Exactly.
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool,
Let's do it.
I love it.
man.
Let it work for us.
So also, you're a teacher also.
Yeah,
A teacher.
teacher.
Now, you're a teacher, and you're going to school, and you're running for mayor.
And I'm running for mayor. And I got a nonprofit.
And he got a nonprofit. It's great. One time, you know, he wasn't a big social media person, right? So he had a campaign dinner. I didn't know it was a campaign dinner. I didn't know it was a fundraiser. I meant because you said, come on, man, come over to the we gonna feed you.
Get some free food.
Yeah.
That's how you get black
That's
people.
what it's called.
Come get your plate. And we got aluminum foil.
So I'm in there. I ain't seen nobody passing, you know, no money or nothing. So, you know, I ate. And then, you know, I ate, right? My son had a football game. I didn't miss a football game. He had 5 tackles too.
Oh,
Hey,
That's what's up.
but my man, you know, we was talking, you know, humbly and smooth, but he got up. Miss Janie said, hey, hold on. Say something. Jamel, sit down. Listen to the brother phone. Let him say something before we So my man started talking. And when he talked, his hands be like that, right? He was talking and he addressed the whole room, right? Now, there was a lot of people in there. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean everybody in there was for him.
correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
See, and I didn't understand that because I walked in there cheery, like, yo, this. I know we all for him, right? So I'm thinking everybody for him.
No.
So he said, I got snakes in here too, or whatever he said like that. But he was addressing. I don't know who he was addressing, but he was addressing to let you know that I know that you're in here too. So I'm like, damn, the enemy in here too.
Yeah.
So but he was talking and he was giving his all and walking the room, going over there, going there. I don't know if he was stopping when he stopped and said something to the person to the left or the right, was a snake or anything. But he talked and he talked and he talked, and I started thinking back, right? Now I'm a Malcolm person, right? But he sounded like Marvin.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin. He sounded like Marvin and Martin.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye?
It's smooth.
The soulful
Yeah, he got a deep voice too.
But he
Yeah.
sound like Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking back, right? That's how I started thinking back how Martin was like 34 when he started, right? He's 29.
Yeah.
He's 29, and I remember, I don't know if it was from a scripture or if it was something when they said one day the young will lead. Did I say that right, Dory?
The young lead.
The young will lead. So all this going on at the time, so you know how my mind be running. So I'm like, man, this boy good. This boy, he got it, man.
Right.
He got it. But then I seen him. I don't know how many times he do this. I was standing right next to him, man. Sweat started coming on his forehead and everything, right? And then after his speech, he exited and went to the back. So I looked as he go to the back. So I'm kind of figured he had gave it his all, and everything was true and from the heart. So it took a lot out of him. So he went in the back, came back, and I just looked at him like, yeah. It was genuine, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't no gimmick. It wasn't no put on. I was like, yeah, I'm impressed. He might be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you want to put your fist in the air or pound on your chest or something.
You know he genuine because when he says something that I use when I'm talking to my kids. I said, listen to my heart. Hear my heart. And I heard you say that. Listen to my heart.
Yeah.
Don't want words. Let it
me.
pierce here, man.
Yeah.
So the next day, I know I had to talk to him. I had to talk to him.
very next
I
day.
had to talk to him.
Okay.
So he came back where I was, right? And you know, he's humble. He's humble and all that. So that day, I said, hey, man, you got to get some fire. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ain't no getting tired. When you get home, ain't no get tired. This is what you got to do. I told you, hey, man, I don't know if he knew this, if he was a basketball. So you got to come back like Mike with a 45 on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you young Mike now.
And he has, I call her my girl, but I can't remember her name. She's such a good spirit. The lady got good spirit. You could tell that she want to help him. Say her name. Yeah,
Miss Ernestine.
my girl. She got the hat on, the vest on, the ride, got his shirt on, and she was like, "Yeah."
Miss Ernestine.
So one thing I told him, I was like, right now, because it was 2 weeks then, right? We started doing this kind of late, I think, but it's reaching people. I said, yo, now it's time to get like focused in that lane where you don't, between you, to me, I'll say between you and the chair, all this is just, what you say, tunnel vision. I ain't want to say tunnel vision, but you just got to see where you got to go, and everything in the sex, as long as it doesn't go with your character or your morals, you got to do whatever you got to do to get to that chair.
Yeah.
Because right now, the stuff that you say, you didn't put the whole city on your back. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I was hoping I ain't overwhelm him, but I wanted him to feel like I was feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the whole city on your back. You know what I'm saying?
You gave him some real time.
Yeah. Now these people, you can change these people's lives. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Should have been a battery. Put a battery in.
Yeah.
Boost them up.
Yeah. And I like it, man. I like it. And one thing I heard him on the show, he gave me props, man. Now, you know, I accept it, but you know how I do.
Yeah, you don't want it.
I don't want it.
Nah, man.
Take the thing.
But,
You don't want it.
but I want to give you, once again, I'll give you more flowers, man, because at the end of the day, you've put yourself in a position to where there was an older woman in the community who knew that you could be somebody who could help this young man.
help him. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to
And
be
that was-
somebody.
and that was
Yeah.
because of how either you communicated or talked to her, how you treated her, or how she's seeing how you making moves in the community yourself. So indeed,
Everybody's
it's
watching.
all of that, man. It's all of
Everybody's
that.
watching.
Salute to you, bro. Because I mean, each one teach one, man, and
All the time.
it takes all of us.
Yeah.
It takes it's gonna take all of us, man.
But you know what the boy said? He said, I just like to give, I'm gonna say shout out something to Jamel. He's kind of like my mentor and father figure. I said, oh Lord.
Hey. Ooh. That's what it is.
I liked it when I was joking. I said, oh Lord, I know I'm gonna be 50 in a couple months.
Hey, get it in.
That thing's something, because when I first told him, I said, yo, my son older than you.
That's how you know he can be
It's
one of them.
something
Like what
there,
you said
Doc.
you got. I heard on the interview you said you had a couple of young men that you've been
mentor.
and you definitely refer to them as your
I would never say they're not my sons. Them. I won't say it behind their back.
Yep.
I was teaching in Lee County, first teaching position I've ever had, only black man in the building, and just these young brothers just flocked to me, and there was two in particular, and that's been 3 or 4 years ago, and they're at my house every other weekend, always taking them somewhere, and they call and ask for cash up. And my biggest thing is, if I'm gonna be in your life, and I told their parents this ain't just for elementary school, this for life.
My man.
If I say if I'm in your life, I'm in your life, and
My
I mean
man.
that.
That's thorough.
And I tell them, tell my boys, we always can talk about anything, no matter how upset you think I'm gonna get. You come and talk to me, we ain't lying to each other.
Right.
And no matter how mad you get at me, you talk to me. We're gonna work it out.
My man.
We got to part ways. you know, I got your back, you got my back, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's good. That's good.
Excellent. Yeah.
That's good.
For real.
Who wouldn't want a mayor like this, man? Who wouldn't want a mayor like this? I might rent an apartment. I got time to rent an apartment. over
Yeah,
here.
we get you one tomorrow, man. I know my homeboy got a trailer right now, man. We get you.
Cast my vote.
Roger Mac, man. Where you at?
Cast my vote.
Use the barbershop address, man.
We do it.
Yeah, that's good. I love it, man. I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it.
That's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. So how long before the election again? I know
November
we early
7th.
voting now, but
November 7th.
November 7th.
So we just asking everybody to come out.
yeah,
Vote. We don't
Please.
want no runoff. We need to vote now. Make
Yeah.
it happen now.
if you can early vote,
Early vote.
do that.
Let me know. Hit me up once you vote so I can write your name down. Because, you know, shady people going to do shady stuff. That's just
Yeah.
who they are. But, you know, let's just make it happen.
I'm gonna tell my people tomorrow in the
How
morning.
long have you been in Darlington?
the morning, I'm gonna tell them.
So this is my 3rd year in Darlington. Before I lived in Darlington, I was homeless all throughout college. I was homeless 6 years. I went in college 6 years, but before college and then in the middle of college, during college, I was homeless. So living in people's barns, living in my car, going to the YMCA to wash. You know, it all made us who we are now. All that made us who we are. So we got to fight for us. If I can fight through homelessness and some other stuff, I know I can fight to win the position of mayor.
So
Well, that's a good one, man. You know, what can I say after that?
Nothing.
Go ahead, what you got to say, man?
I'm the one who asking them the questions that he just asked.
Yeah, that's another one.
I mean, I would like to. I mean, I know we have a if there was, I would say, what is there a campaign slogan, or is there a mantra, or is there something that you?
Sure. So we came up with one that change is coming, and of course, you know, everybody gonna talk about change, of course. But there's one I like to steal from Nikki McRaven. She's a young lady running for city council as well at large seat.
Yeah,
And
she's cool.
She says, "Your vote, your voice, your Darlington." I think it's so
There you go.
so relevant for now.
That's dope.
You know, it's your vote, it's your voice.
It's your
And I
Darlington.
would change it to it's our Darlington. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the only way we're going to get out and make things happen is that you got to use your voice. You got to cast your vote. That way we can make our Darlington better to be who she was. You know, I hear stories from older people that's been in Darlington forever who says how thriving Darlington used to be, how Darlington was a beautiful city to live in at one time. And Darlington still has that capability today, right now. If little old Society, or excuse me, Chirral can have a brand new Marriott, ain't no way Darlington can't have no Marriott
I agree with
hotel.
that. I
We
agree
have
with that.
thousands
Come on
of
now.
people come in for a race every year,
Yeah.
and we send them down there to Florence.
Yep.
Instead of putting something right here in town.
Yep. Get all that money.
Thank you.
Get all of
You
that.
know, but some people just want Darlington
Just stay where they
to
are.
remain as a little mom and pops
Yeah.
city, but we got the possibility.
It must
to be
grow.
so much more, because mom and pops, they ain't gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Their children, they may not have interest in it. So we need something that can sustain our city and bring revenue in our
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
And that's not by increasing people's water.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah, that's cool. Keep talking.
I had that phone ring. Man, I feel like I'm on a
Hey, so
old school.
Calling somebody.
so Jamel ain't gonna mind us though. So, but when you win, like, can you schedule a Tuesday to come back and let's talk about?
No,
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with
yeah,
that.
yeah. We come back and let's rehash this.
Hold
man.
on for a minute. Janie Latham.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I got the brother with me. As you say, I got the brother with me.
All right. The man of the hour.
Oh, yeah.
Man of the year.
Yeah, he on live with us, and you on live too.
Say what?
You live on our podcast.
I'm live, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, yeah. We just, we was just talking, man, and I brought your name up a couple times, and the things that you asked me to do. Jamel, I need you to help the brother. I know your time is valuable. Whatever you did, I was like, no, I don't need it. I got you, Miss Janie. So
Yeah.
I got one thing I want to ask you.
Okay.
Why you like this young brother so much?
I like his heart. I like his intellect. I like his openness, his honesty. I like his moral and ethical fiber. I like this young man because he cares about the community, about the people that's around him. He cares about helping people. He's honest. Unlike the current mayor that we have. And yes, I said it. And I said it because it's factual. All we have to do is go back and read the minutes from the city council meeting since this man has been mayor. Lie after lie after lie. All we have to do is realize that this man and the 3 men that's running for the at-large seat in the city of Darlington, this mayor and these 3 at-large councilmen voted to raise the water bill for all the citizens in the city of Darlington in the middle of a pandemic. And honestly, I could not find any other city in the United States of America that raised their water rates in the middle of a pandemic. Most municipalities was trying to figure out how to ease the financial burden of the city. But hold on now, they didn't stop there. After the present administration sent federal relief funds, pandemic relief funds, known as opera funds, to every municipality in the United States to ease the financial burden imposed by the pandemic, we came before this mayor and this council and asked them to take some of the federal funds that was sent down to ease the financial burden and put it in the water department and then take our water rates back to the pre-pandemic level. But what did Mayor Curtis Boyd and the 4 men running to be re-elected as our councilmen, what did they do? They doubled down and increased our water rates twice. They don't have a caring heart. They don't care about the citizens of Darlington. That's why we need Damon Trent as our new mayor, because he has the character to care about all of us in the city of Darlington. Now, one must also note that the entire citizenship, the collectiveness of the citizens in Darlington are classified as what is called LMI, low to moderate income. So as a whole, we don't make a lot of money in the city of Darlington. We must also know that this mayor and this administration that we're hoping to get rid of, they collected in 1 year alone over $167,000 in this water disconnect fees and late fees because the citizens cannot afford to pay their water bill. They knew this. They know the demographics of the citizens of Darlington, but they simply don't care. And for the mayor to parade around and tell a lie saying that this city's been losing money for 8 years and like he comes in like some hero and all of a sudden now the city is making money is another lie. And the reason why we can verify the lie is go on the city council website. We've had audit after audit after audit for the past 8 years. And the own city's auditor does not show where we've been losing money for the last 8 years. The man lied. He cannot be trusted. He'll say anything and do anything to be elected. That's why I strongly support Damian Prince as our next mayor.
Me too.
He's a man of integrity.
Me too.
He cares about the city. He cares about our children. He's an educator.
Yes.
He teaches our kids here in Darlington Middle School.
Yeah.
He's the youth pastor at his church. This is the type of man that we need leading our citizens because he won't lie to us. We can trust him. We can come before him and make suggestions and recommendations, and I'm 100% confident he will listen to us and follow through and help us. We need to elect Damian Prince as the next mayor of the citizen for the citizens of Darlington. So let's all get out and vote. We can do early voting. You can go vote tomorrow. Vote for Damian Prince as the next mayor. For city council, folks, get people in with integrity. You gotta vote these 3 men that enabled this mayor to bring about this type of financial hardship
Get them out.
on its citizens. You gotta vote them out too.
Okay.
Get them out of there.
All right, Miss Janie.
Get 'em out.
Appreciate you always. We got another caller. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to us? Are you? Because you know you don't be on Facebook and stuff.
Get them out.
No, but I sure will.
Well, we got one more caller that want to ask him a question. I appreciate you as always, and I'll catch you later.
And I appreciate you too. Take
All right.
care. God bless you.
All right. Now I don't know who this next caller is, but he said he said I want to comment on the title.
Damian J. Prince.
They go.
Heavy is the head, doc.
Come on.
Feel like I'm on a skit on the old school city.
Like, hello.
Hey,
I just want to say, caller, what's your name? I don't want to say.
Hello.
Please leave your message for.
Did what's the name they get out of you yesterday?
Please leave your message for.
What's the name they get out of you yesterday?
Please leave your.
I guess they ain't answer the phone. Well, hey man. I got a question for that young boy.
That lady was
That
on
young
fire,
man.
man.
Yeah, she was.
She was on fire.
She went in.
How
And
could I
she
say
know her
no?
facts, man. She know her facts.
Yeah.
Check the website. The audit. We did 8 audits. It's right there.
for you. She's right.
It's hidden in plain sight.
Right in your face.
Letting you know.
I wanted to tell you, young brother, I thank you for coming through.
Absolutely.
Thank you for telling people you know me. But check this out. My name is Jamel Lai. This is Real Talk 360, and the
Wish you
name
the
is
best,
119
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Street. We're here with
Oh, yeah.
Damon Princes,
The
and he's
next
the
mayor.
next mayor of Darlington.
Next mayor.
We'll catch y'all later.
Hell yeah. Next mayor.
Do the right thing.
Hold on. Close the statements one more time, man. Hold on. Close the statements.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say we appreciate you all for having us. And we're just asking everybody to come out November 7th and vote. Give us a chance to prove ourselves, to prove our worth to you guys. And we promise not to let you down. And more than anything, I'm just asking for you guys to pray for us. You know, not trying to bring church or God into this, but
Man, bring what you want to bring.
Bring it.
prayer is such a powerful weapon.
Prayer change things.
And prayer makes things happen. So I'm asking you guys to come out, support us. If you need me in any way, 843-910-7802. I always got your back. I'm always here for you.
Please, nobody.
That's how we rise up.
All right.
Let's wise up. This is a podcast to listen to.
I love it.